opposition parties in South Africa are legalized. Nelson Mandela released from prison and becomes leader of the African National Congress. During February of 1990, Nelson Mandela was released from prison in South Africa after 27 years of imprisonment. Mandela had been one of the prominent leaders in the anti-apartheid movement. He joined the movement in 1944 and soon became the deputy national president of the oldest black political organization in South Africa, the African National Congress (ANC). In 1964, he was imprisoned for his involvement in a paramilitary branch of the ANC that had been rallying against the government for an attack on peaceful protesters. After Mandela's release, he became the head of the anti-apartheid movement and helped negotiate its end. In 1994, he became the first black president of South Africa after being elected in the first multiracial elections. He gave freedom to Africans. Vladimir Putin is elected president of Russia. Presidential elections were held in Russia on March 2000. Incumbent Prime Minister and acting President Vladimir Putin, who had succeeded Boris Yeltsin on his resignation on December 1999, was seeking a 4-year term in his own right and won the elections in the first round. Putin was chosen by Yeltsin and his band of oligarchs as a loyal successor, who would keep them out of jail and preserve the basic system of oligarch capitalism, in which oligarchs make money not by producing goods and services sold for a profit in the market, but by stealing from the state. The New Horizon probe is launched by NASA on the first mission to Pluto. NASA's New Horizon spacecraft has launched from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida aboard a fast-moving Atlas UV rocket, as it headed for a distant rendezvous with the mysterious planet Pluto almost a decade from now. The third time was the charm for New Horizons. 2 consecutive launch attempts earlier in that week were foiled by high winds at the launch site and a power outage at the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory in Laurel, which operates the spacecraft while the mission is on their way. Volkswagen fraud. The consequences of the case Volkswagen not leave off grow in importance and implications. As we had recently know, all the emissions of carbon dioxide have been affected in the fraud. What means this for the health of the humans? This pollution affects the planet and our health. Imagine now this with millions and millions of cars all around the world. Terrorist attacks in Belgium. Belgium is a very important city in Europe. It's between France, Germany, and the United Kingdom. In 2 hours, you can cross Belgium by car. The outside borders are open, making it extremely easy for terrorists to enter and leave the country quickly. Brussels also has the reputation for being a place where you can easily buy illegal firearms. The fact is that the city has no fewer than 6 different police zones, making this illegal trafficking a very difficult problem to solve. Globalization is the process by which business or other organizations develop international influence or start operating on an international scale. Terrorism is the use of violence in an attempt to achieve political goals. Their intent is to bring about political change by creating a climate of fear within the society they oppose. The targeting of innocent victims and symbolic locations for a high-profile attack has long been the preferred method of terrorist organizations. A unipolar world has one hegemonic state that holds a significant amount of power economically, militarily, and politically. The digital era refers to the advancement of technology from analog electronic and mechanical devices to the digital technology available today. The era started during the 80s and is ongoing. The digital era also marks the beginning of the information era. Globalization is not a new phenomenon. The world economy has become increasingly interdependent for a long time. There are a lot of reasons that cause globalization. Improved transport, making global travel easier. Improved technology, which makes it easier to communicate and share information around the world. Growth of multinational companies with a global presence in many different economies. Growth of global media and the global trade cycle. The end of the Cold War related with the unipolar world because at the end of the Cold War, the world started to become a unipolar world because now there were not two different ideas, capitalism and socialism. There was only capitalism. The digital era, it's very important for us. For example, we are using now technology to do this homework. It needs all around the world. We need technology now. And it's in our cars, in our TVs, in our cell phones, computers. Now we don't need something physically, we can have it in our device. And it's a very useful tool for us because we don't have to carry with documents. We now can upload them to internet and we can have them wherever we are. We just need internet in order to have it. The terrorist attacks are more for political problems. They don't want to talk and solve the problem in a peaceful way. Also, they are doing their beliefs. So they believe when they kill someone, they are doing something good for their God, but really is not something good. It's a crime.